People say marriage brings joy, but sometimes what enters a home is not joy, but a visitor nobody invited. A visitor older than the family name, older than the village itself. A visitor who calls a woman my wife, even though she's already married on earth. This is the story of Obinna and Ngozi, a young Igbo couple who loved each other with their whole heart. And the battle they fought against a covenant they didn't create. Obinna grew up in a quiet part of Orlu. He was known for his strong hands and good heart. He worked as a carpenter, always smelling of fresh wood and palm oil soap. People trusted him because he kept his word. Ngozi lived in a nearby village. She was gentle, respectful, and kind. She always helped Mama Ngozi at her cassava farm. Even when tired, she still found a way to smile. One sunny afternoon at the village festival, Obinna saw Ngozi buying kunum beside the drummers. Her eyes met his. It felt like time paused for both of them. From that day, they became close. They talked about their dreams. They walked home together after church. They laughed at small jokes. They grew into each other slowly and naturally. After 1 year, Obinna brought palm wine and his people to ask for Ngozi's hand. Mama Ngozi danced with joy. Nnenna, Obinna's sister, joked, "Brother, don't fall in love, oh." Their traditional wedding was beautiful. Women wore bright wrappers. Men played drums till evening. Children ran around shouting happily. The elders blessed their union. Everyone said, "This marriage will last." They are perfect for each other. But sometimes, perfection attracts trouble. 3 months after the wedding, things shifted. It started with Obinna waking up tired every morning. Even though he slept early, his body felt heavy, like something drained him at night. He told Ngozi, "Maybe I'm stressed." She believed him. Then Ngozi started forgetting things. She would lock the door, turn around, and forget she locked it. She would cook and forget she left water boiling. Everyone laughed it off at first, but Ngozi felt uneasy. One night, Obinna slept but started shaking around 2 a.m. His breath became strange. Ngozi called his name, but he didn't answer. After a few seconds, everything stopped. Obinna woke up confused. Doctors found nothing wrong. That same week, Ngozi had her first strange dream. She saw herself walking beside a river. The water was shiny and peaceful. A calm voice called her name, gently, like a lover. "Ngozi, my wife." She woke up sweating, but she didn't tell Obinna. She convinced herself it was just a dream. Their shop started losing customers. People who normally come for furniture stopped coming. Obinna would make chairs, but they wouldn't sell. They also began to argue over small things. Obinna became irritated easily. Ngozi became emotional for no reason. Nnenna visited one day and asked, "Brother, why is your house cold like this? Something is wrong." Obinna laughed, but deep down, he knew something wasn't right. That night, Ngozi had the dream again. Same river, same voice. This time, she saw a shadowy figure inside the water. Tall, calm, powerful. He stretched out his hand and said, "Come home." She woke up shaking hard. One morning, Mama Ngozi visited. She noticed Ngozi looked pale and troubled. "Ngozi, are you okay?" she asked. Ngozi tried to smile. "I'm fine." But Mama Ngozi kept staring at her, almost as if she was remembering something painful. Later that night, Mama Ngozi whispered to herself, "Could he be strutting again? After all these years?" She didn't tell her daughter yet, but she carried a fear only she understood. Everything became worse around the 5th month. Obinna collapsed in his workshop. He wasn't breathing well when people lifted him up. He stayed unconscious for over 20 minutes. Ngozi cried and held him tight when he woke up. His eyes looked weak. People in the village started talking. Maybe the wife brought spiritual problem. Maybe someone cursed them. Maybe she's hiding something. Ngozi felt embarrassed and confused. Obinna defended her always. Ngozi is not the problem. But deep inside, something in Ngozi's spirit felt heavy. That night, Ngozi finally told Obinna about the dreams. He held her shoulders and said, "Nothing will take you away from me. We will solve this." but his hands were shaking. Fear had entered his heart. A week later, the first real encounter happened. Around midnight, both of them woke up to the sound of water dripping inside the room. Did rain enter? Obinna asked. But outside was dry. The ceiling wasn't leaking. The sound continued. Then they saw it. A small pool of water foaming by itself on the floor. Ngozi froze. Obinna stared, confused and scared. The water began to swell slowly, like something inside was moving. Then, an hand rose from the water. A man's hand. A cold voice followed. Ngozi, why did you leave your true husband? Ngozi screamed. Obinna pulled her behind him. The room became icy. The lantern blew out. Plates fell by themselves. The windows shook violently. Obinna shouted prayers. Ngozi cried. The hand slowly sank back into the water and disappeared. The air became normal again, but their hearts were not normal. They knew it wasn't a dream. Something wanted Ngozi. The next morning, they went to see Dike, the prayer man respected across many villages. He lived in a small compound with palm trees and a quiet breeze. Dike listened to their story without interrupting. After a long silence, he said, "This is bigger than both of you. Ngozi belongs to a spirit husband from your mother's lineage." Ngozi burst into tears. Obinna stood up angrily. "So what do we do now?" Dike sighed softly. "This covenant was made by your great-grandmother's people. They promised their daughters to the marine kingdom for protection and wealth. It was not broken. So the spirit still claims you." Mama Ngozi finally broke down and cried. She confessed she knew the story, but hoped it would skip her daughter. Ngozi felt betrayed and confused. That night, Ngozi slept and found herself standing at the river again. But this time, the spirit husband stepped out of the water. She could now see his face clearly, tall, handsome, calm, but his eyes held power that didn't belong to this world. He said quietly, "You are mine. You were promised to me long before your birth. Leave that man and come home." Ngozi shouted, "I am married. Leave me alone." His expression changed. "Never again." And Ngozi, we don't deserve accountability. Suddenly, the river behind him roared. Waves rose. Lightning flashed inside the water. The ground shook. Ngozi fell to her knees crying. She woke up screaming. Ngozi held him tight. They didn't sleep again that night. For the next 2 weeks, water appeared randomly in corners. Ngozi had her name whispered at night. Obinna would wake up with deep scratches on his back. Dishes started breaking by themselves. The mirror cracked without anyone touching it. Ngozi smelled river water in the house. Nena, Obinna's sister, said, "This house is not ordinary again. You people must act fast." One night around 1 a.m., the spirit husband appeared again. Not as water, not as a dream, but as a tall shadow standing in their room. "Ngozi," he said calmly, "this is the last time I will ask." Obinna shouted, "Get out of my house." The spirit ignored him. "Ngozi, come with me now, or your husband will pay the price." The room shook like thunder. Ngozi saw Obinna's body stiffen. He couldn't breathe. She screamed, "Leave him!" The spirit stepped closer. Then something unexpected happened. Ngozi placed her hands on Obinna and prayed in tears. A bright light flashed across the room. The spirit stepped back like something burned him. He disappeared instantly. Obinna gasped for air. Ngozi realized the spirit husband could be resisted, but not without help. They rushed back to Dike the next morning. Dike prepared for a full deliverance session. He told them the truth. If this covenant is not broken today, the spirit will return stronger. Ngozi trembled. Obinna squeezed her hand. Mama Ngozi cried silently in the corner. The prayer lasted for hours. Ngozi screamed as if something was being pulled out of her. She saw visions, her ancestors at the river, offering gifts, making promises. Dike commanded the spirit to release her. The wind became strong inside the room. The air became heavy. At one point, Ngozi fainted and woke up again. She cried, "I don't want this life. I want freedom." After many hours, Ngozi let out a loud cry. Her body relaxed. Dike looked at them and said, "It is done." That night, the spirit husband appeared one last time. He didn't shout. He didn't threaten. He stood outside the window, quiet and calm. "Ngozi," he said softly. "You have broken the covenant. I cannot call you mine again. But listen well. Protect your daughters. Do not allow them repeat this story." He looked at Obinna. "You fought for her. Many men would have run." Then he vanished completely. Ngozi felt a heavy burden fall off her chest. Obinna felt peace he hadn't felt in months. The battle was finally over, but they would never forget it. Everything changed after that night. Obinna became healthy and strong again. Their business grew. People returned to buy furniture. Ngozi smiled freely again. The house felt warm and peaceful. Mama Ngozi apologized and told her daughter the full truth. Together they prayed for their future generations. In the village, people still talk about the young couple who fought a marine spirit and won. Not by fear, not by charm,
but by truth, love, unity, and courage. Because sometimes, the battles you face in life didn't start with you. They started with your ancestors. But you can be the one to end it.